Excellency Nyesom Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand 7-star River State, Life Bench.
Like an onion, the more you peel it, the more you discover its beautiful and inner parts. It is also said that greatness is like the acorn seed that grows into a mighty oak tree. In the words of John Milton, the morning shows the day as childhood shows the man. This is the perfect portrayal of a man who has been nicknamed Mr. Project, a name bestowed on him by the immediate past Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo.
My host and my brother, Nyesom Wike, Mr. Project.
This is due to the numerous infrastructural projects executed by the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike.
I don't know where to start from. Am I going to start from education? Infrastructure? Am I going to talk about health? Am I going to talk about ordinary roads and bridges?
When you want to compare all the heads of the government of Rivers State, the one that stands at that level where you can say these were the people who have built Rivers State and have performed more excellently than the others, Wike and Getesmith.
You come to infrastructure, you score him first class. You come to sagacity, you score him first class. You come to anything you can imagine, in the presentation of any class, he is first class.
The very first day that he was sworn in, right from the stadium, we went to UTC Junction here and flag up Operation Zero Pothole, and he changed the landscape of the whole of Diop, the whole of town, and the whole of GRA here.
There is no one single local government out of the 23 local governments that you cannot find minimum 5 projects that he initiated and completed.
Born in December 1967, Nyesom Wike began his political career early in life. He was elected as the chairman of Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State in 1999 at the age of 31. Then the journey of a political maverick that would become a force to be reckoned with in the country began. That was when the people of Rivers State began to experience his passionate, focused, determined, and sometimes tough political leadership.
My principal, my boss, Nyesom Wike, is my brother. I have known him for a very long time. Right from when we were in primary schools. We grew up together. We lived together. We played together, we did everything together.
We had 2 camps. I'm not sure which camp he belonged in, but it wasn't of my camp. They put it crudely that way. And he came, he wanted to be local government chairman, and of course I did not consent to it because I had a candidate in my camp that wanted to be a chairman, happened to be his in-law, and so on and so forth. Those are history. Eventually he became the local government chairman. Let's not go into the details, the processes that went there, but he became the local government chairman. He not only became the local government chairman, he served 2 terms.
When we started as chairman of council, Obiakpo local government is one of the big local governments in this state. And when we are playing, he's a very jovial person. He will play and say, look, we should come, we are from Ogun area, we are from Bukana, that our local government councils are development centers, that it is their own council that is the in thing. And even while we go for jack meeting, where allocations are given to us, he will find a space to even find some little money to give to you.
I met him first when he was chairman of my local government. We belong to the same local government area. He was 2 times chairman of Obio Apo local government area. And he just took to me, had a lot of respect for me, and we began to interact.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. So says the Holy Bible. The young Wike met the beautiful, elegant, humble and intelligent Eberechi Sozit as a master's student in the River State University. He proposed to her, and their journey together began. This is the true love story of the Wikes.
He had already had a first degree from the University of Port Harcourt in political science and administration, and then he joined us in the second year to study law. So he was not on our level, if I can say so. He was already a graduate, had done his NYSC Youth Corps, and then he joined us. And for more than 3 years, we did not speak. I can't exactly say what the reason was, but I don't think I liked him very much. The thing is, all the girls seemed to avoid him, and we were very few girls in that class. We were only 15 when we started in our first year. I chanced upon his notebook in the possession of one of the girls in the class, and I was shocked because I did not see him as a very serious student. I just took him like somebody that wasn't a very serious student, but looking at his notes, I was shocked because they were up to date.
You know, like I said, God gives wife. There are wives that God didn't give to people, that's why they have problems. God gave me a wife that truly should be a wife, which I would recommend to anybody, that this is the type of wife that you need to have peace, to concentrate and do your work, who understands family values, who understands children, the love for children. She's such a very kind-hearted lady.
I actually went under my blanket and told my friend he will be coming. At so time, he told me he was going to come. When he comes, please just give him that notebook on my table and tell him to give you the other one, that I'm sleeping and that I will start working on it when I wake up. I didn't realize I was wasting my time. So I was there under the blanket, my blanket, on my bed. I heard the knock. She went, she opened the door, and then she told him the story. And she says, let me get the book. He says, no, don't worry, I'll come back. I'm still around. I will come back. He went and just, went around the place again. Came back in like 30 minutes. Gave me a hug when he came into the room, and I could not believe it. Like, what's this for? I don't understand. What is going on here?
No man can do anything without peaceful mind. Nobody. So that background, that basis alone is the architect of everything. When you say a woman that's so loving, what's there for you? Caring? Oh no, it's something else. Intelligent, unassuming, not power drunk, not first Muslim as wife of governor. Focus on her job. Doesn't matter, see the husband as the husband, not governor.
So that's how we started interacting, and before I knew it, he was already talking to me about being his girlfriend. I told him I'm not looking to be a girlfriend. please, I'm just, right now, I'm not in the mood for anything like that. He says, okay, he will marry me. He started proposing, and I'm like, oh, because I said I didn't want to be a girlfriend, he started proposing, thinking that will make me, you know, agree to his offer. And I'm like, please, I don't even think I want to marry in my life, and that is the truth.
I've known the wife from when they got married. I also know the wife's family because her father, who used to be a commissioner in our River State here under, I think it was Governor Melford Okilo, Dr. Obuzo, he's a medical doctor who was commissioner for health, or held some such portfolio, because I said health because he's a medical doctor. He later opened up a clinic opposite where my former office is, number 28 Aba Road. So I knew the family, and I see him these days, and he's weathering well as an old man. So, as one of the friends of Wike and colleagues of Wike, Wike invited us to follow him to, I think it's Odiereke, I've forgotten the hometown of the wife. And we went for his traditional wedding, and came back and saw him and his family growing as a young family.
He was calling all our classmates, talk to her, beg her. Everywhere I look, they're like giving me signs, they're calling me and talking. I got tired, like, what is this? And then I said, like, how far can I really run? I mean, looking at him, I mean, it's not so bad. Maybe just give him a chance and see where it takes you. And then, of course, like you said, see where I am. I never envisaged that it would be like this, of course not.
Do you know him? If you know him, which part of him do you know? Do you know him as a family man? Do you know him as a friend, a business friend, a political ally? Or just you know him from what the newspapers are talking about him, then you don't know him, if that's your basis?
Without the risk of being misunderstood or criticized, Nyesom Wike stands on the values and character of his person. Dependable, truthful, kind, and very lively. These are some of the qualities that have distinguished this political enigma among his peers.
Too many things, really. He's a man of many parts, multifaceted. He's a very kind man. Let me start from there. He's very kind to a fault. He's so kind that he can take off the shoes from his feet and give it to you if you ask. I've seen him do it, not once, not twice, to people that are not even really very familiar, people that you would think are not worth it. He would say, just go and get a pair of slippers for me. You know those bathroom slippers, I don't see them anymore. Those type that if you're not careful, you could slide if there's water on the floor. Those really flat Dunlop kind of slippers, not the fancy ones they make now. He will take it, take off his socks, take off his tie, remove his jacket. He's coming from the court, and he will give the shoes away. I'm in shock, like when he does that, even up till now. He's just very giving. He is so kind that gave me a lot of comfort.
The ordinary Wike, and I'm sure many people know this, is a humane, kind-hearted, and very, very empathic person. I've known him to have done a lot for people who are in distress, a lot for people who are in difficulty. And you know, only recently, one of my successors as president of the Nigerian Bar Association was kidnapped. He worked tirelessly around the clock with his security agents and the security agencies of the state, that is the Nigerian state, to secure his release.
He kept politics aside and still bothered about yesterday. He called to say he understands I'm abroad and all that. And that got me very emotional. And when I got back into the country in August, he paid me an unscheduled visit in my village. That's the governor of Rivers State. And here am I on the floor, as it were. Nothing. I had absolutely nothing to offer to him. He had defeated us roundly in the APC. So he didn't need me for anything, but he still sought after me and came. After the visit, he spent about an hour 45 minutes in my house in the village and left. And that got me pondering. I said, what manner of man is this?
He's a true lion, but you won't see him mount it. A lion is a man that when he says a thing, he will do it. He makes a promise, he will keep it. He will defend his territory, irrespective of whose gods will be hurt. He's a man that stands out for his people. He will never take sides, whether you're from his bloodline or you're his son or daughter, including me. He will never take sides with me if I'm wrong.
He is somebody who can manage people and manage resources. He understands the dexterity of this political game. He understands the Maradonic style of it, how to be able to blend. You know, in the political market, every factor is a variable. You cannot find a man's construction on the face, according to the language of William Shakespeare, which is very real. But with Wike, his political calculation and postulations are something to write home about.
He's a man that is very likable. He's a man that is very sociable. He's a man that believes in honest truth. He's a man who, at any point in time, defines his integrity.
He's a man of courage. He's a man of integrity. Integrity in the sense that I've watched him all these years, and I can't remember one person has promised to do something or to give something that he did not fulfill. I can't remember one. He's been very, very consistent.
Dissatisfied with the state of development and economic viability of Rivers State, especially in the areas of roads and infrastructure, Nyesom Wike declared Operation Zero Potholes upon assumption of the office as the 6th democratically elected governor of Rivers State. In 8 years, that declaration turned into construction of 12 flyovers as well as multiple road projects in all the 23 local government areas of the state. Most of these have given a facelift to Port Harcourt, the state capital.
You were born in a city. You know how the city was. You know how people love the state. The garden city of Nigeria. Now you come up. Come on, what a minute. Was it the city known as the garden city? Was it the beautiful Port Harcourt I want to go to? Something's wrong somewhere. What has happened? Can I just fold my arms and say, no, what's our business? So, I think I can make a contribution to bring it back, if not better, than what it used to be. The Port Harcourt of those days, the garden city of those days, people all over the country who want to go to Port Harcourt. The clean city, the green city. So, something, as somebody who has passion, who loves his state, somebody can do it. If you can do it, who do you think that can do it? Who is this kept for? To come and revamp and bring back to what it is to be, if not what is better. So I told myself, no, I think I can do that. I think I can contribute to bring that happiness back to the people.
There is no one local government out of 23 that will say His Excellency did not embark on any project. That's why I say it's a very difficult thing to begin to count on television interview that is time bound. Very, very difficult. When I mean in infrastructure, road construction, bridges, sand filling for the riverine communities, electrification projects, there are all those secondary health facilities that have been built. Here in the city, the Peter Odele Cancer Hospital, the Mother and Child Hospital, that can go on and on and on. There are zonal hospitals that have also been achieved.
That's Akwa Okonobori Road takes care. If you are going to Igbo, you are going to Bori, you are going to Kana, you are going to Tai, you are going to Eleme, you are going to Andoni, you are going to Pogo, you pass through, or even if you are going to Akwa Ibom or to Cross River State, split seconds and you are there. And this road are dual carriage roads with street lights. In the night, you will be impressed. You think that you are in Dubai if you are moving towards that area. So the man's thinking capacity is something to write home about.
Look, road network in Emowa. There's no part of Emowa local government area from Ward 1 to Ward 14 that does not have the presence of the government. Say I said, because I go, I follow. I'm there. I'm there for groundbreaking, to flag off, to commissioning. I'm there. Everyone I went.
We have a leader who in 4 years has constructed 12 flyover bridges. Flyovers, right? And this has greatly unlocked the state. Places where you hitherto would spend hours, now in 5 minutes you are connected, because that's what, whereas traffic is going on down, they are still up. So everybody is on the move. You will seldom find any traffic hold-up except for the recklessness of road users.
Politics, they say, is a game of numbers, permutations, agreements, interests, and alignment. Wike can be described with a proverb which says, "What an elder sees while sitting, a young one may never see even on the top of a high mountain." As a young mind with the eyes of an elder, even at the risk of his own political party, Wike saw the future.
Oh, he's this, he's that, he's that. But nobody has been able to come out and say what he has said is wrong. Nobody, you can abuse him, okay? Argue against what he's saying. The arrogance of people that were not politically prepared to become president and presidency caused the friction in PDP.
With the impacts that Wike has made on the political landscape of Nigeria, I believe that the star is his limits. And you know, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was here a few weeks ago to pay a visit on River State, and particularly the governor. This is what we know as a credible and resourceful human being. And if you are looking for anybody to ensure that you have all the advice, all the support you need to give good governance to the peoples of Nigeria, look this way.
He was able to have us vote massively for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the presidential. In the same election, we voted for the 3 of our senators and we got all. And of course, the governorship election was already a done deal, because that one, nobody, we didn't have opponents.
And that's why we say the president was right when he came to commission the 12th flyover in River State. He said, "I have a Nigeria to build with you." And we know Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man that identifies talent. He doesn't believe in frivolities and bare words from men. And he has identified as a boy Nyesom Wike.
When I saw the manipulation by those who think they have all it takes, who have assumed the position of God, that they are experts in manipulation,
I said, look, it can't work.
no amount of abuse, no amount of blackmail can make us to change.
It is worthy to emphasize that the people of Rivers State know that their former governor is everything but perfect. One thing they all agree is that Wike is Mr. Project.
In terms of infrastructural development, he has done well in putting the roads in order the way more than how it was before.
The man has been trying a lot because it's not possible to rule your family, talk less of the whole world, talk less of the state. The man has been trying a lot. He's tried his best, but no matter what somebody has done, it is not possible to please everybody. Anyhow, people must be against you and people must be for you.
I myself will miss him a lot. Yeah, I will miss him a lot.
For former Governor Wike and his supporters, the future is pregnant with the impact of the results of today, and that is both in character and leadership.
This period of 8 years has given him an opportunity to show himself more and interact more with people. People have come to understand him a bit better, so people are more, receptive of him and they enjoy him.
If he calls me today, say, look, I want to be part of my community, fine. Let me consult my wife, let me consult my people, and what is their opinion? Yes? No? Okay. But we're looking at this.
After 8 years of serving as the 6th elected governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike has handed over a more economically vibrant, viable, remodeled and repositioned state to his successor, Sim Fubar, a former accountant general of the state. Now all eyes are on the new occupants of the seat of political power in Rivers State, the Brick House, to continue from where Wike stopped.